Hello everyone, and long time no see. Just wanted to do a quick video for you. I know it's been a really long time, but this here is called The Art of Leftovers. I'm going to show you a very quick meal that I'm making with almost all leftovers. Here I have some leftover hot dogs, some leeks that need to be used, some garlic that needs to be used, some leftover asparagus that I had sauteed with butter and garlic, and I have some leftover pasta noodles that I've chopped up, and I have a tiny bit of sour cream, and then I have some cream cheese in here that needs to get used, and then of course I'm heating up some saved bacon fat instead of using costly oil or butter. I will show you what it all looks like when it's finished. So this is what it looks like. I added some fresh dill that we had, and it's pretty good. That's about it. I sauteed the garlic and the leeks, and then I added the hot dog, and then what did I do? Oh yeah, then I added the noodles, the sour cream, and the cream cheese. Oops. Hey everyone, so I am just going to share with you how I'm using up my leftovers. I've got 3 different nights of leftovers in here. I have one night of, I made noodles with a beef and mushroom sauce. Right here is some nochi and another cream sauce. And then over here is a tiniest little bit of cabbage with beef sauce. And I'm just heating them all up together, and it'll be kind of like just a one skillet heated up pan food. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm doing here. It's just an example of combining like food items that will taste good together and making a whole nother meal. This is going to be our lunch today. Here is the finished product. It tastes fabulous. And then I just added some homemade beets for the side. Yum! Here we are making some pumpkin spice cake. And I used up some pumpkin from the freezer that I really had to use up. I used a little bit of this can, which was on clearance for, I think it was only 25 cents at the time. This was a few years ago already. I've always had fresh pumpkins, so I've never actually been able to use it. But I'm going to be making some pumpkin spice coffee creamer with that as well. And then I have some zucchini here that I'm going to be making some cupcakes with as well. And this is our vanilla. So here I am making a bunch of using up leftovers and making new meals. With this I had tomato and ground beef dish, and I'm going to mix that with the leftover rice, and I have some leftover chicken here. I'm going to make enchilada casserole. I'm cooking up some ground beef. I'm going to mix it with some chicken broth, some cauliflower water, and then this is some broccoli water as well. And I need to use up, these tortillas were given to me because they were old, so I'm going to use those up for the enchiladas. And we have some cheese that needs to get used up. And we got this cookie dough for free. It was in my online order. And what else? Oh yeah, I'm going to be making zucchini muffins using up this zucchini, fresh grated zucchini that I had frozen. And I am using, I don't have very many eggs, so I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon flax with 3 tablespoons of water as egg replacement. And I have a cheese bun and some noodles and hot dog that I will be making into a small lunch for us with a little bit of tomato soup that's left over. This is pumpkin, which I will be making a few things with, one being pumpkin spice creamer and probably more pumpkin muffins. And oh yeah, I had a few leeks that were getting really old that I need to use up, but as you can see, they are looking just fine after I peeled off the outside. And I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and this is my homemade cream cheese frosting that I made for the pumpkin cake that I made. And I'm just eating up lunch right now. Don't mind all the mess. Alright, so that is it for right now. Oh, and this is, I've had this for a while. I'm going to be using this up in the enchilada casserole as well. So here's what I made with some of the zucchini. I did not have a muffin pan, but this is a muffin recipe. I just put it into a cake pan, and I didn't have any oil, so I used peanut butter instead. Then I crushed up a bunch of Halloween Smarties that we got from the last Halloween already, and some Easter eggs and whatever leftover chocolates that we had. And my husband says it tastes just like the Reese's Pieces. So this is a good way of improvising and using up what you have. Another thing I wanted to show you was, yes, this looks brand new, and that's because it is, but we didn't spend any money on it. We used our points, and our last coffee maker completely broke and there was no repairing it. So we got, this is like a Keurig 1-hitter, and then you can also make a full pot of coffee for when, like on Saturdays and Sundays when the whole family's having coffee together. So yeah, and we used credit card points to buy this, which is paid off every month. And yeah, so that is one way of spending points, by getting things that you need. And yeah, another thing I wanted to show you was all of our, I guess, tea and other things. This is a percolator. I've used it to make coffee, and we also use it as a teapot. We can put this on top of the wood stove in the winter, and it keeps the tea hot for us. But this was free. It was given to us by my sister-in-law. This we got second-hand, and same with the teapot, because teapot that I had, which were both free beforehand, broke. So I got this really cute apple one. I thrifted it, and it was a little pricier than I would have liked to pay, but it was $4. Still cheaper than brand new, and it's super cute. And yeah. So a little tip, I got some freehand that was given to me for free that was left over from a funeral, and I am frying it up in some leftover bacon fat, or bacon grease, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm frying it up just as you would bacon, and I fry it to a crisp, like just just like I would bacon. And once it's done cooking, it tastes exactly like bacon. We had it yesterday, and I couldn't even tell the difference between real bacon and the sandwich meat bacon. So just a little tip. And I also use this bacon grease in replacement of butter on lots of dishes and using when frying things up. I've used it in place of butter on, what are those called, grilled cheese sandwiches, pretty much anywhere that isn't. Alright guys, so here's a few other quick frugal things that I wanted to share with you. First of all, I made little cherry pies instead of one big cherry pie because I did not have a big cherry pie plate, and I didn't realize that until after I had already started baking the pie crust and filling. So yeah, this pie filling is the cherry pie filling. I had that for a long time already, and I needed to use it up. And then I also made my own apple pie filling from scratch using old apples that were kind of already going soft, and so I used those for that. Then I had some leftover pie filling and crust, but not a lot, so I just put the pie filling on the bottom, and then I made like a pie crust on the top, and I baked it, and it is absolutely delicious, and it tastes even better with some vanilla ice cream, which is why I got that vanilla ice cream in the shop. And then I just want to show you that I save all unpopped kernels that we have, and then I repop them, make more popcorn. Why throw away perfectly good popcorn? I just save them up until there's a good amount, and then I make a pot of popcorn. And here I made banana chocolate chip muffins, used up a bunch of brown overripe bananas that no one wanted to eat, and made them in a delicious, super yummy muffins, and I used chocolate chips in these ones. So yeah, that is a few ways of not letting anything go to waste.